If you listen to what I've got to say, you'll actually understand why they actually do this. And to be honest with you, I could never understand what was going on. When the report was served on me, the day before the report was served on me, a social worker called Jeff come to my house. His name was Jeffrey Williams. Okay, he come to my house, and basically when he come to my house, he come to tell me and my partner he was no longer going to be involved with the case. The report has been finalised. He's going to be giving us the report the next day. And he's like, "How's Dad feeling? How's Dad feeling about being the dad? How's Dad looking forward to it?" I showed the social worker all my baby stuff that I had in the wardrobe. My partner was only 4 months at the time. My wardrobe was absolutely full of stuff, right? The social worker was actually shocked. He was all very, trying to be nice, but he's very slimy. And I thought, you know what? There's something about him, but I didn't know. Well, the following day, the letter arrived on my doorstep, and then I got the report. And the report was full of lies. And when I say full of lies, he wrote me up as an alcohol dependent. And where did he get that story from? When he asked me, do I drink alcohol? I said, no, I don't, not really. I said, but I did have a drink the other day. My cousin was murdered, and his trial had just ended. The killer's trial had just ended, okay? My cousin's Joshua Hanson, so if you want to look him up online, my cousin's murder is actually online. I was sitting indoors on a evening after work. I scaffold usually, and basically I was sitting at home, eating my dinner. 6 o'clock news comes on, BBC One. It comes on. My cousin's killer has just been sentenced to 26 years life sentence. Okay, what actually happened then is I watched the CCTV, which they'd been showing all the way through the trial for 3 weeks. Right. My cousin's killer's just come from down the road from here. His name is Shane O'Brien. Some of the people might even know of this guy, right? So I told the social worker, yeah, I rang my friend for a bit of support, because obviously I seen my cousin basically be murdered in this CCTV at 6 o'clock in the evening. I dropped my fork.
You alright, mate?
I dropped my fork, and what happened then was I rang my friend. And when I rang my friend, I went and met my friend. My friend said to me, come and have a pint with me, you're going to need something to take the edge off of what you've seen. I went and had a drink. I've admitted this to the social worker. What the social worker done is he twisted that to the way that he could use it against me. Alright? So I've actually told him, because of how destructive it was for my mind. I suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder anyway, because of what I've seen in my time. After seeing my cousin getting his throat cut on the CCTV, I've gone and had a drink with my friend, but then that's to be used against me by the children's services, okay? What they tried to say then, because it was a traumatic time, and I chose to go and have 2 pints with my friend. So when I went and had 2 pints with my friend, that's all I had. I got up the next morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and went to work, okay? But then I get the report from a social worker that was not actually involved anymore, because he left the night before after coming to see me. So the report's landed on me. There was so much lies in that report, I couldn't understand where he was going on. I own my past. Like I said to you already, I've got a criminal previous, okay? I've been convicted of manslaughter, and at the end of the day, I hold my hands up. I hold my hands up now. I'm in the middle of Paddington, and I'm holding my hands up today for something that I had no control of. Right? It was somebody else that took somebody's life. I was done under joint enterprise. Okay? There was a threat against my life now. I'm waiting now, right, for somebody to be released from prison after he served his 20-year sentence. Apparently, the message has been sent to me. I'm the first one on his list. Believe you me, I wouldn't stand by somebody who's done what he done out on the street to somebody. Any human being, I couldn't stand by and watch that do that. And then obviously to go through it myself with my own family, to see my cousin murdered on CCTV, that was so bad. So basically that was all being used against me. That was the case that they was building against me, okay? So that's quite bad. But imagine now they're adding so much lies into these reports to twist it up in a way. And I'm going to say it now. I looked at that report and I thought, who have they actually written about? Yes, some of it's me, and there's a lot that isn't. And it's been manipulated into a way that I couldn't understand. Then my partner got hers back, and she'd been told apparently her parents were beating her as a child and all sorts. This is what the social workers come out with. My partner's never been beaten by her parents. My partner never come from that environment at all. She comes from a loving environment. Her family are very supportive. Okay? But as the journey went on, we went to a child protection meeting. And as we went to the child protection meeting, what actually happened then was I tried to challenge what they'd written in the report. But because the social worker had actually left that department and moved on to somewhere else, I could not challenge what he'd written in the report against me. So, okay, that was then standing like it was truth, and that was the challenge of going into court. My partner went into court. She went into a case after going into foster care at 6 days old with my daughter. My partner was kept from her family. Okay, her whole support network was broken down. I'm out here telling you the truth, and believe me, it's one of the hardest things for me to do. Right? Because I'm really talking about something so traumatic no parent should go through, and no child should suffer the consequences of what these people do. Okay? So basically the case went on. My partner lost my child after being in foster care and kept away from absolutely everybody. I took them into court the following year. I challenged them and had them tied up for another year. And basically by the report, what I'm going to say is I challenged everything in the reports in the court, and I was successful in the court to challenge what they said. But what actually happened was a slippery bit of a manoeuvre. The local authority was refusing to do a parental assessment on me. Okay, they was refusing to do it because they just didn't want to do it. They wanted the case to collapse, and basically they was basically begging the judge to throw it out because they did not want my father's rights to even be heard. Okay, but we challenged them. We beat them in every court case all the way up to the final hearing. Right? But what actually happened was the independent social worker that we employed went to the local authority. Her name is Mandy Harley, right? I'm naming social workers, and you know what? I could probably get myself nicked doing this, and I do not care, because they've took my child and stole my child, and I take full responsibility for standing here to expose them for what they've done to my family. So, Mandy Harley coming to my house. She turns around and says to me, she sits down, oh, I've just been to the local authority. Bear in mind, she's supposed to be completely independent. She's gone and spoke, she's instructed by us, but she's gone into the local authority and she's basically got all the evidence and whatever else, all the bullshit that's been told about me, about my partner, and then they come and visit me. I was in temporary accommodation at the time, okay? That was also used against me as well because I was waiting for a flat. Right. So basically, Mandy Harley then suggested there's a massive gap in the evidence. I can see you've changed your ways. Right? I hadn't been in trouble for a number of years by that point. Over 5 years I've been out of trouble. Mandy Harley